Hi, good morning. This is a reflection on Lesson 103 of A Course in Miracles. It says, God, being love, is also happiness. God, being love, is also happiness. And I'm just going to skip right to the punch of it. It felt like a punch in a good way. It says, God, being love, is also happiness. To fear him is to be afraid of joy. Isn't that wild? Because it says here, fear is associated with love, and its results become the heritage of minds that think what they have made is real. The language in this, it's like we trip over the language in the Course in Miracles. It was written at a different time. So it's just saying like because we have fear, or the fear of God, if we think we're making that up in our minds and we think it's real, right? Like whatever, there are certain religions that really harp on that fear of God, to have fear of God. These images with no reality and truth bear witness to the fear of God. Forgetting being love, he must be joy. This basic error we'll try to correct today. So it says to fear him is to be afraid of joy. So I think about it also said this one part, oh shoot, where did it go? It was like with that fear, oh, here it is. Yet can the mind deny that this, okay, and therefore joy is everywhere as well. Like I'm skipping around, so it might not make sense. Yet can the mind deny that this is so, believing there are gaps in love where sin can enter, bringing pain instead of joy. So it's like when we don't believe that God being love is also happiness, and like we are happiness, and we kept telling us in these lessons, like we're meant to experience happiness. That's our birthright. And saying like where we believe that there are gaps in love and sin can enter there, and then we have to fear God and ask for forgiveness. Like this whole thing is just like what came to me yesterday when I was practicing. It was just this idea that we keep ourselves so limited in fear, don't we? We keep ourselves limited by feeling like we're not worthy of love, which was like kind of about yesterday's lesson. So fear, unworthiness, like where does all this crap come from? It's honestly just crap, right? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of us, excuse me, like keeping ourselves so limited, so just beat down. Nobody does it to us but us. God's not doing it to us. God's somewhere going, these humans got it all wrong. But honestly, it's all meant to be, because that's the stuff we're meant to work through in our lifetime, right? Coming into worthiness, coming into belief in love, squashing the fear, transcending the fear. Not squashing, because that'll just persist it, but transcending the fear. To come into this belief that, oh my God, the love's been here all along. I had clouded goggles on thinking I wasn't worthy to receive it. And so I stay in fear, which is the opposite of love. It's just wild. And so this feeling has been growing and growing about just like the ways we keep ourselves so limited. And it's sad, and I'm mad because it's like we could feel so much bigger than we feel. And I think what people think about is like it's a pride or an ego thing if you don't feel humble or self-deprecating. And I feel like, yeah, that's part of our human nature, and yet we're supposed to transcend that. It's one of those life lessons. It's going out of false humility and stepping into true humility, because true humility, you just have this reverence for all life out of love. There's no fear there with that kind of humility. The humility is like this, I just feel so small in the best way under the love of God and creation. I'm like so like I feel worthy, and that makes me feel so precious. I'm gonna cry. It's this false humility would say like, oh, I'm not worthy. I'm fearful to step into that. True humility is like out of love, and you feel the receipt of that love. You feel it, and it just humbles you. It melts you down into a puddle of love. Like, oh God, have you ever felt that? Oh God, it is wild. So anyway, there's just like stepping out of falseness and into truthness. Stepping out of false humility into true humility through love and transcending that fear. There's so much here. This is just scratching the surface, but lesson 103 was a big one. Like, I feel like it's time to get mad at ourselves. Like, just transcend the fear. We're bigger than that. We're bigger than that. And we can show each other so much love when we stop being fearful, right? If we don't have it for ourselves, it's hard to extend it in a very authentic way to other people, right? So anyway, I think that's where we're headed. Oh, got fired up. Happy Monday. It's going to be a wild week. Bye.